Next disease, that is schizophrenia. So of course it is a disease which is related to your nervous system. It means it comes under a psychiatric disorder. Yes, it is a disease which is related to a nervous system, and this disease which comes under, or it is a psychiatric disorder. So it is a mental disorder. It involves, yes, it involves abnormal social behavior, then failure to differentiate between, yes, second thing, that is failure to differentiate between the reality and false belief. See here, it is important, I am repeating here, it is a mental disorder. It involves abnormal social behavior and failure to differentiate between the reality and false belief, and which is characterized by hallucination, delusion, and cognitive difficulties. Yes, which is characterized by hallucination, delusion, and cognitive problem. Then, so what is meant by hallucination? It means seeing or the hearing something that is not really there. Yes, seeing or hearing something that is not really there because of you are ill or having taken a drug. Yes, hallucination, it means seeing or hearing something but actually that is, or it is not really there, and it is because of what you are ill or have taken a drug. And delusion, it means a false belief. And cognitive problem or the cognitive difficulty, as I said earlier, yes, there is problem in reasoning, problem in thinking, and problem in remembering. Yes, it is a schizophrenia. Then second, then it occurs, this disease is occur in age 16 to 13, sorry 16 to 30. Then the development of this disease, it is very slow. Development of this disorder is very slow. Then some people, so the patient resist to take a treatment. In this disease, some people, so the patient resist to take a treatment because they even don't feel that they are having a some problem. And some patient may behave normal, but occasionally they shows a symptoms. Yes, schizophrenia, it means a fragmented mind. Yes, keep in mind what is this schizophrenia. It means a fragmented mind. Then it is a most complex, chronic, or and a challenging psychiatric disorder. Yeah, it is a most common, so it is a most complex, chronic, and challenging psychiatric disorder, and that affect how to person think, then how to person feel, and how to person behave. Yes, how to person think, then how to person feels, and how to person behaves. So this is the schizophrenia. Next, that is etiology or the causes of the schizophrenia. In that, first, family history, then chemical imbalance in the brain, that is imbalance between the neurotransmitters in brain playing important role in the development of schizophrenia. Then it is imbalance between the chemical imbalance between the brain. It means imbalance between neurotransmitter, which is very important for in development of schizophrenia. As per or the according to experts, an imbalance of dopamine, serotonin involved in the onset of schizophrenia. Yes, imbalance of dopamine, serotonin involved in the onset of schizophrenia. Then next cause, genetics. Next, environmental factors. The environment which is around the person also affect the mental integrity of the person. Of course, it is this environmental factor. It means what? The environment around the person, it also affect on the mental integrity of the person. That exposure to the virus, then malnutrition before the birth, then problem during the birth, and psychological factors. Then next, drug induced schizophrenia. These are the causes. Then next, that is type of schizophrenia. First, that is paranoid schizophrenia. Then second, disorganized schizophrenia. Then catatonic schizophrenia. Then undifferentiated schizophrenia and residual schizophrenia. First, that is paranoid schizophrenia. Then second, disorganized schizophrenia. Then catatonic. The next, undifferentiated, and last, residual schizophrenia. And next, that is symptoms. Basically there are three types of symptoms in schizophrenia. First, that is positive symptoms, second, negative symptoms, and third, that is cognitive symptoms. Positive symptoms, negative symptoms, and third, that is cognitive symptoms. We'll see one by one. First, that is positive symptoms. In that, first, this type of symptoms are not shown by normal healthy person. Yes, this type of symptoms are not shown by a normal healthy person. This includes psychiatric changes as well as behavioral changes. And these peoples may remain in their isolated world away from the reality. Yes, these peoples may remain in their isolated world away from the reality. In that, first, hallucination. For example, perception of the stimulus which actually doesn't exist, like touch, sound, and smell. Then delusion, it involves mistaken perception of the experiences, but in reality situation are either not true at all. Then thought disorder, it means unusual or the dysfunctional way of thinking. Then movement disorders. The next, that is negative symptoms. It includes emotional changes as well as behavioral changes. Behavioral changes. It means changes in emotions and changing behavior. Then reduced expression of emotions via facial expression or the voice expression. Yes, reduced expression of emotions via, for example, reduced facial expression or the reduced voice expressions. Then reduced feeling of pleasure. Then decreased conversation. Then social withdrawal and reduced speech. The next, cognitive symptoms. Poor planning ability. In that, first, poor planning ability, then problem in paying attention, then problem in paying concentration or the decreased concentration, or in short we can say that poor concentration, and last, that is unawareness of illness. These are the symptoms of schizophrenia, that is positive symptoms, negative symptoms, and cognitive symptoms. Next, that is complications. In complications, first, depression, then anxiety, suicide, substance abuse, smoking, violence, self-injury, inability to work or to perform a professional task, then negative thoughts, then aggressive behavior, and social isolation. I am repeating the complications of this schizophrenia. First, that is depression, then second, anxiety, then suicide, substance abuse, then smoking, then violence, self-injury, inability to work or the inability to perform a professional task, then negative thoughts, aggressive behavior, and social isolation. Next, that is pathophysiology. In that, first, anatomical abnormality, then dysfunctioning of neurotransmissions and stress associated signaling cascades. In that, first, anatomical abnormality, in that the patient having the cognitive problems or the cognitive disturbances as a symptom of schizophrenia, and they have major problem in a prefrontal cortex of the brain. In that, a gray matter reduction and the irregularities of white matter have been found across many brain areas. Then, dysfunctioning. The delusion and hallucination are observed in schizophrenia as a result of dysfunctioning of dopaminergic neurotransmissions. Yes, as a result of dysfunctioning of dopaminergic neurotransmission. Yes, these delusions and delusions and hallucination, it is because of, or it is observed in hallucination as a result of what? There is dysfunctioning of dopaminergic neurotransmissions. Then next, for diagnosis, take a medical history, then blood test, then CBC, that is complete blood count, then MRI, CT scan, and important, that is psychiatric evaluations. In that, first, in psychiatric evaluations, first delusions, then second hallucinations, then deorganized behavior, then deorganized speech and thought process, then negative symptoms and impaired normal functions. I am repeating, in diagnosis, in that psychiatric evaluations, in that first, that is delusions, hallucinations, deorganized behavior, deorganized speech and thought process, and negative symptoms and impaired normal functions.